So and they like to show off.
Yeah.
That we've read this thing.
That they are smart.
Are you the gag of all of these things? I always pass them. Hey guys, welcome to a fresh episode of TWT Pod. My name is Tim Isana, as you guys all know. It did Tino hot and not be TWT Pod. Guys, I have a cold today, so you have to bear with me because I might sound a little nasal, you know. But it will not stop me from debuting my guest. Not be debut, just showing my guest because, you know. Today I have one of Afrobeat's finest stars who has put Nigeria on the map with good music. From Tonongo to Monalisa, Lojay has mastered the art of making music that's both a vibe and a confession. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lojay in the studio.
Vibe and confession
my bro.
is crazy though. Say vibe and confession is crazy.
I see my hype you small now. How's it going?
Very good.
Good to see you. I mean, we've always spoken about like you coming on the couch, but you know, I feel like you've been busy traveling the world. So thank you for finally gracing us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
thank you for truly having me.
I was telling somebody that I feel like your personality is so interesting that it feels like the music is on one end and your personality is on one end. Like you separate both lives. Like, I mean, we've been in the gym for a couple of years now. I feel like this is going to be the longest conversation we've ever had.
On a low key, yeah. I don't say too much.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, because I don't need to.
Oh, so you say in the music?
Most of the time, yeah. And usually, I feel like the place where you would find me speaking the most is my house.
Right.
Yeah, but outside my house, I'm not.
What do you mean outside? Like, are you a chatterbox at home?
I wouldn't say I'm a chatterbox,
right.
But that's where you hear me speak the most. Yeah. And then like mostly like when I'm like making music, because that's when I really get excited.
Yeah. Because I see videos of you and your friends. You guys are always chilling. Yeah. There's always a laugh about something. But when you're outside, you're like, on guard.
So that's the thing. It's not even like I'm on guard. I just don't have anything to say. I would rather listen.
Right.
Yeah. I'm a type of person that like, I would rather like, if I'm in a group of, like, if I'm in the midst of people, I'd rather listen and talk.
So what does that listening do to you? Does it influence the music? Does it help you study people and see what they are about?
I guess a bit of both, because it does kind of help me just observe people and like see things. So I guess I'll call that studying people.
Right.
And then that naturally would just like influence the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who would you say Lekon is outside of Lojay? Like,
honestly, I would say Lekon is very much Lojay.
Right.
But I would say Lojay is just the more expressive part of Lekon. So Lekon is more quiet. Lojay is the person that's actually telling all.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's telling all.
Is Lekon introverted? Will you describe him as introverted?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about growing up. I want to know what your influences were like. What made you, I mean, growing up and getting here, I wanted to know your influences. What made you this Lojay or this Lekon?
I grew up in a very, very religious, church-going household.
Aha.
Yeah, my mom is a pastor.
Aha.
Yeah, so it was very conservative in a lot of ways. So I think that kind of fed my curiosity because the more you're like, oh, don't do this, don't do that, my body's not like, okay, what's really here that we don't want to do?
Right.
Stuff like that. So I think that I've always had like this sense of curiosity. So
because it's always the pastor's kids, though.
Why? It's not.
Because I feel like with the pastor's kids, right?
Pastor's kids are what exactly?
My papa and I pastor too, but I don't too near that side, but I'm saying like with the pastor's kids, I feel like there's so much pressure on you to be a certain way, and it doesn't allow you actually feed that curiosity, you know, because you can't do this, you can't do that. But ideally, like as a child or a growing teenager, you're supposed to be curious, right?
Yeah.
But there's always a lot of pressure on the pastor's kids to act a certain way where other kids get a pass to just explore their lives.
Yeah, I think it's like pressure cooker.
Right.
Yeah. So and as a human being, if you do that to anybody, where like you cannot just suppress their curiosity for a while, the moment they have the chance to like explode, they just explode.
So when you got the chance to explode, what did you do?
To be honest, I wouldn't say I exploded.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like, I think I've really taken a lot of my um a lot of the things I've learned in life or the things I've explored in life, I've really taking it like step by step. It's never just been like rush or anything. And I think luckily for me, I wasn't too curious. Whereas like I find myself trying things that like I shouldn't be doing or anything. But I would say that I've really kind of paced myself, and I still do in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Speaking of pace, I feel like when I see new music from you, or I see when I see your social media, I just feel like this boy is really chill. Like I feel like, you know, when people are hustling, you are working. You know the difference.
Yeah.
When people are like, oh my God, what's the next thing? You are just working at your pace, doing good music. Is that intentional? Is this, or that's your is it personality type where you are not, you're like Wheeze?
I think it's a big part of it is my personality.
Yeah.
So like it might not seem like I'm like chasing anything sometimes, but it's like I'm just not the type of person, for example, to just be like outside trying to show you that like this is what's working. But anybody that knows me and who's been around me,
no, usually because people like you are inside have more time to focus and do the work, right? But is this model that you chose, was it advice from people, or it was just what you decided to do with it?
It's just who I am. I just followed who I am. Like I didn't think I needed to like change who I was just because of anything.
Even with the market and even with the pressure of what
with everything, I'm still very much myself, and I've just found it to work for me, like with everything that's going on. Like I've still just made sure what for me is most important is just making sure that like the work I put out is consistently of a certain level.
Yeah.
But
there's also very serious competition in the industry right now. Does it get to you?
Nope.
Why?
Because long term, the truth will come out.
So it's a long game for you?
Yeah, it's a very long game for me.
I fuck with that.
I feel like over time, like you just know who's who. Yeah.
Like according to my people, and say good taste, Tamara will call it Papa name. That over time we'll show the workings. I really respect that, and I fuck with that model. Let's talk about the music and how it started for you. Were you always like a talented teenager who was singing the house down, or were you in the choir? Obviously, because your father is a pastor, or your parents, your mother. Yeah. Or where did music start from for you?
I can't say I was a talented teenager singing the house down, to be honest. Yeah, no.
What kind of teenager were you?
I was... So, I was very stubborn. Very kind of...
You were?
Yeah. Very stubborn, very like...
Just give me context for the stubbornness, because the you I'm looking at, like, I'm just like...
I fought to both my parents for the longest time. Yeah, it was just... And I think it was that thing of like, you're growing up, like, it's like a battle between who you are versus who maybe your parents want you to be or something like that. Yeah. So like that even went beyond just my parents, even down to like my teachers, my everything. I just used to like
your teachers.
It was like there was internal conflict.
What do you think was the problem? Were you misunderstood as a child?
I think a lot. Yeah. A lot. I was very misunderstood as a child. Like It's the kind of thing where like sometimes when I meet people that like knew me like as a child, and they're just like, oh my God, like all of this is happening, and it's like you can tell that they're surprised, and I'm just like, you just didn't.
What are you expecting you to feel?
Yeah.
Were you that bad?
Yeah. Like I remember having like there was a time when I was in school, and so very interesting. I never liked like traditional education, right? Like just like the normal school system. I just felt like it wasn't for me. And I remember I think I was in SS1 or something, and I had failed like that year. Like it was not a good year. And I remember it now being a thing of like down to like my supervisors in school, everybody was just having a go at me, like, and it was fun, and it just felt like it was fun.
It was fun.
It felt like it was fun.
Why?
Because it just felt like any little chance, like all the way to your, why is my supervisor having a go at me saying that, oh, you're gonna be last in class, da, 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 da. And I'm just like, okay. And then I remember like the next year that came right after that, like I did so well in like with school, and it was a thing of,
we don't believe.
I remember my teacher coming to my class, calling me out of the class, taking me to the staff room to tell everybody in the staff room how I got like 96 in physics and 84 in bio. Like, how did you do it? And I was just laughing, and in my mind, I'm just like, you guys really just don't get it.
Me. Yeah.
And the only time where it felt like somebody did get me was my vice principal.
Right.
And this was probably around the same like SS1, SS2 period where he came to the class because we were making noise. There was no teacher in class. And everybody was just like, no. And he's like, okay, everybody open your notes. I want to go through your notes. And then he went through everybody's notes. And then he went to mine. And then he saw that like, I would have like half notes written. Like all the way down. But then he turned to the back of my book. And then he saw drawings. Like, if I had like 10 pages of like writing in the front, I probably had like 20 pages of drawings at the back. This man was in awe. Like, he was just like, and it was like, there was a sense of like, the audacity for you to be drawing.
Yeah, in class.
And then I remember him calling me, like he took me to his office. I stayed there for maybe like 2-3 hours. I was just standing. Daddy, we're eating jollof rice in school. I missed the whole day. He made sure that I missed the whole lunch. And then he gave me a sketch pad.
Bless him.
Yeah. So that was the first time I was like, this guy gets it.
Yeah.
Like, this guy somebody understands.
Yeah.
And I really held on to that. Like, I don't think he knew the impact of what he was doing, but I really held on to that.
Yeah.
And from there, I was just like, yeah, because I feel like I'm naturally just a creative.
Yeah.
Like I'm an artist in every sense of the word. In everything I kind of do, I kind of just influence this artistic nature of mine, the creative part of me. So it's like people just couldn't see it. So it's like they're trying to force down like the math and this thing down your throat.
You know, so crazy that this happens with a lot of children and even just generally in our educational system, right? We don't have teachers that can spot a star, you know. So when a child is acting differently or when a child is not academically inclined or sound, right? And he excels in other things, they don't celebrate the child's uniqueness, right? So it's like you're a playful child.
Yeah.
Another teacher, maybe a pregnant math teacher would have come to you and say, this boy, you're not serious with your life. You're drawing when you're in class, you know. But this guy saw you because it's probably an exception to the rule. Because I had teachers that called me so unserious, but I was acing my grades, but I just was available for everything that was creative. Like, you know, when it's time for end of year parties, I'm choreographing them, I'm doing everything. I was always playing. So they always thought that, why did they balance the playing and the book? But I was sharp. Like, I watched things, I could speak decent English, you know, I could just get around, but I knew that I wasn't going to do anything that was in the corporates or, you know, I knew I was going to be creative. I just didn't have the environment that pushed you for that. Yeah. So imagine that I probably have been in Hollywood by now. You know?
I mean, to be honest, I think that's just something that it's lacking in a lot of ways just in Nigeria.
They don't know better.
Like, there are no other pathways except for like the 9 to 5 pathway in Nigeria.
Well, I feel like it's changing now. The landscape is changing because.
So are they like platforms where, like, for example, like youth can maybe like play football in school and from there like pathway to like an academy or to a club or a football club, even if it's in the Nigerian Premier League?
I think we're getting there. I feel like there's so much sensitization because of social media. I mean, there's lots of conversation around like career path and you know, what was existing before and what is existing now, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like people are now aware. There are parents who are open to putting their children in a football academy. There are parents who are pushing their children into in the creative scene because they can see what people have become by following.
Like, I agree with people wanting that for their kids, but it's like, are there systems in place? Like, is there any way that like a young 13-year-old can probably show their music prowess? Like maybe like a national music competition, singing competition, for example. Because if they are, I'm actually interested in like knowing and like supporting such a, because I would love
to be part of that.
Yeah, for platforms like that to just exist, just like extracurricular platforms.
So maybe you can start it.
If there is, that's genuine. I'm asking because it's like if there isn't,
that can be a give back to society.
Yeah,
I'll follow up with you on this.
I honestly, if you would want to be a part of it, I would really want us to do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. I'll try. You know me, I'm working on my own life, but I can extend.
It's just whatever it can be, man.
Yeah.
Some kids, you might find like a 13-year-old, a 12-year-old who would be amazing on a podcast.
Yeah.
Like some people are just very good at speaking. I found people that like, it just seems like your talent is talking.
Yeah.
Like you just know how to talk. And it's like, but nobody, there's nothing to feed that from that early age.
You know, back in the day, we used to do a lot of debates and, I don't see any of that now. I don't see much of that I don't see. Oh, so there's a Ghanaian TikTok that I run into where the Ghanaian kids, they debate and it's so funny, right?
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like, we don't have any thing like that on a national level that would, warrant the entire country to be involved. Like, like we were involved in Big Brother. I know shit to Big BBN. I mean, I like the show, but I'm saying that we need to have other pockets of
things happening.
Yeah. So that other people can. Anyway, let's move from. Let's get back to the music. I feel like we've derailed a bit.
But that's interesting.
Yeah,
I like derailing. Sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Please, I will not derail in Jesus' name. So like the music, how did it start for you?
I mean, I grew up in a like I said, in a very religious household. So there was a lot of gospel music growing up. So I was exposed to a lot of good quality music. Yeah. Like,
who were you listening to back in the like gospel?
A lot. Don Moen.
Of course.
My mom had like
Sissy Winans.
There was the Women of Faith.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Women of Faith was my favorite.
We enjoyed,
I loved Johnny as well.
Music.
From that time. Because my father was also like doing that. There were a couple of them who were leading in the early 2000s. Yeah.
It really like it was really like a thing in my household, like every single day. Even down to like the drive from the house to the school, on the way back. Once you get back, that's what you're listening to as well.
But did you enjoy the gospel music at the time?
I did a lot. And then at the same time, I was also getting exposed to good quality secular music, especially coming from Nigeria.
From where?
So I'm talking Two-Face, I'm talking like the band. So like there was music that I could now necessarily like I could relate to, but was secular, yes, but was good quality music as well.
Given that your mom was a pastor, did she allow you listen to other genres?
Yeah, she wasn't too strict on that. But she knew that if it was a song that had like too much profanity, she wouldn't. That's just like parenting. That's a good parenting.
But when she's in church preaching, you guys can be listening to anything. Like she will not be privy to what you guys are listening to. Because you know how parents think that they can.
No, if she's preaching in the church, we're there. Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and some weeks we also do Saturday, Friday.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Do you think that the children that were forced to go to church don't go to church anymore?
Yeah.
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 And you know the funny thing, I feel like when you're the child of like a pastor or something, you see the church in a different way.
Yeah.
I got to see the church in a different way. I had a very different perspective of everything that was going on. And I remember I used to ask a lot of questions, but nobody really had answers. It just felt like people were just like, oh, just be quiet and just follow it and just listen and just do whatever is happening. And I'm just like,
privy to the scandalous parts of running the church?
I not directly, But because obviously there were other pastors' children around me,
Yeah.
so I just used to hear some things, and I'm like, this doesn't feel right.
Things like what?
I can't.
So
The entire church organization was at stake right now.
I mean, growing up in church, I mean, I lived with my granny, but my father was a pastor somewhere. I mean, I used to always go to the church, right? Growing up in church made me realize that, the organization of church itself is flawed. I mean, church is great for the gathering of the saints and everything. But if you look into the lives of the people organizing this thing, like, the leadership of the church, say, Komade. And growing up just made me realize that these people were all flawed. Like, they were just patching things, You can have a pastor who don't beat his wife before. Before they come out for house. Yeah. And he will come on the pulpit and deliver a message.
He will preach against domestic violence.
When I was younger, I don't go to say, my daddy and mom, they're not talking. For God, this is so. You see the mama, they raise her and they wave. They had a stupid child. I knew a pastor's child that was stupid. I think he was just misunderstood as well.
That's a very strong word.
No, he was kind of child that when we're in like children church, or maybe, so when we have those like Thanksgiving, all those things, Papa, Mama, this children will come dance. So when Mama is being dramatic, as we sit down for this scene, they say, my mom and daddy are not talking. This is a dean.
You just cast it.
We will call laugh as kids. I can't go back house, tell my own granny, see what
this person said.
He said, I know now. This is just a go to church. Church was really crazy.
That's different, man.
I don't know why I moved away from the music. Let's get back into the music.
No, I'm enjoying
the church banter, right?
Trust me, I've had so many music conversations that sometimes it's just interesting to talk about other things.
Because they say I talk about church too much. They're tired of me.
But then why though? I literally came in here and you were listening to gospel music.
You never heard of me? I mean, Bible believing body.
I know, but it's just like
it's serious. So I think the older I get, it's becoming more. So I think what happened with me was that because I did church a lot when I was younger, right?
Yeah.
Then I stopped doing church, and then I removed myself from church.
Yeah.
Sort of. Then I found a new relationship with God again.
Yeah.
So I think I'm basking in this new relationship. Again. Yeah. It's like getting married to the same person twice.
That's good.
Yeah.
You go to church?
Yeah.
Like every Sunday?
Well, lately.
Why?
Let me say what's been happening. I've been watching online lately.
Okay.
And it's very personal to me why I'm watching online. But I don't miss. I mean, the sermons, I listen to the sermons every day. I studied Bible every day. Before I got here, I was studying Matthew 24. So I studied my Bible, because also I don't want to talk with my pastor go see.
No, speak your mind.
Because I also feel like I can go to church and also listen at home and be blessed as well.
Yeah.
But the Bible says, "Do not forsake the gathering of the saints." So we need that communal worship. But once in a while, I don't want to be in that space. I want to be alone and,
Yeah. I think I didn't.
Do you go to church?
No. I haven't gone to church in such a long time that I can't say I go to church.
Like how long?
Maybe like last January.
Last January is not this January.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's like a year and like 7 months.
Yeah.
So what do you do on Sunday mornings?
Work.
Okay.
Or rest, or whatever it is. Yeah.
I mean, take your time.
I feel like like you said, like my relationship with God is very personal, and a big part of it is because like you said, I grew up in church as well.
Yeah.
And I was exposed to it. I asked a lot of questions about it. I didn't have the answers. I didn't find any answers to the questions. So I departed from it.
Right.
I wasn't interested in even the idea of it anymore. Yeah. And the beauty of it is I remember being in that phase and my mom just being like, don't worry. Like God will show you himself.
Oh, she's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It always happens.
It just happens. And I feel like when that now happened, maybe because of all the other prior knowledge and thinking I had been doing, I think I now found like a very, very, in my perspective, profound perspective of God. Like I just saw it in a very different way, that in my mind now I got to a point where I love like the religious organizations. I respect the religious organizations, but I also in my mind just see it as like, what's going on?
It's a lot of
I wasn't compelled to go back into that because, like you said, like obviously you don't want to forsake the gathering of the saints or anything, but is that really what is going on? Is this really?
Yeah.
And that's when I got to that point, I was just like, you know what? I would just have my own personal relationship with God. And since when I started moving like that with my own personal relationship, it has been a blessing. Like I speak to God in my own in my own way. I pray my own way. I communicate with God in my own way. But it's just like the entire thing is just...
Yeah, I get it. Because of what I've been taught, right? The part of me that has taken a lot of church teachings would disagree with you and say, oh, no, you need to go to church. You need a pastor to... But brother, like, in the last 1 month that I've not gone to church, I have studied more. I have... The way I even look at... I'm just like, if you put me, I'll put you. If I... with my congregation, if you big pass your own. You understand?
It's
so for me, what I want to feel when I go to church is the communal worship.
Yeah.
There's something about... You cannot invalidate communal worship, right? But do I want to be in church every other time these days? Maybe not, because of maybe the system or what is happening around, right? But I also long for communal worship. And I find that sometimes even when I'm watching online, I'm just like, if I'm not for bad, if we be in the presence, but God's still there. Yeah, so it's not that deep.
Putting a group of people together and putting music in the midst, it makes everything... That's what it is for me.
Okay. Makes sense. So let's talk about the music. So how did the music officially start for you?
It was actually quite a journey. I can't even lie. I started in school, like the first time.
Like uni?
Not even uni, like secondary school.
Right.
And I remember just being like, okay, it was my friend that just invited. No, so like I said, I'm a very curious person.
Right.
So my friend comes to me in school, like in a class. It was an empty class, and randomly he just said, oh, I heard you can rap, is it true? And I was like, who told you? Like, who is out here saying I can rap?
You can rap?
And the next thing is like, is it true or not? Just tell me. I was like, no, I want to know who told you. And just back and forth, I was like, okay, yes, I can rap, but who told you? But to be honest, I never rapped in my life. I just wanted to know who told him.
Yeah.
And then he was like, forget about who told me. Let's go to this class. Let's go and rap. And then he just used his pen and he was making a beat on the table and he was just rapping. And I was like, this guy is rapping. And then he was like, okay, me, I want to go and play ball. You can write a verse and come back. And I remember just sitting down there. I was there for like 2 hours. And I was just like, okay. I just started writing. Like whatever came to my mind, I just started writing.
Yeah.
And then he came back and then I was doing the same thing. Like I was playing and I was rapping.
You rapped?
Yeah. And he was just like, oh, mad. Let's go and record. And then obviously we didn't have a means to record. So we had a teacher at the time. Shout out to him, Mr. Alagbala. He was the one that... So we went to him. We're like, I want to record this and that. He was a social studies teacher. So he was very cool. He was just like, okay, cool, no problem. I'll help you guys get a studio, this and that.
Your teacher?
Yeah. My teacher. I know.
Which school you go?
I was in NTIC, Nigerian Turkish International College.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Why?
But
Because I want to. I'm just going to tell me that one.
but then
In Lagos here.
yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But then he was super cool.
Yeah.
And then I remember he helped us get a studio session, and it was with Sam Clef at the time. Well, obviously, like, this is like before.
Send your children to good schools so that they will have a head start.
Like, this was before, like, Sam Clef really started to make a name for himself. So at that point in time, it was just like, okay, yeah. Then one day we did a session. It was nice. We made the song. I heard my voice back for the first time.
Hold up. So before this now, you didn't have any plans to be a musician?
Nah.
There was no singing around the house to disturb anybody. Vocally, like, did you play with your, like, you just sing with yourself now in the bathroom? So did this music happen to you?
I in JSS1 as a 10-year-old, I had tried to write a song, and I remember having a pen, a paper, and it was school just finished, and I was outside school, and I wrote 4 lines, and I crumpled the paper, and I threw it away, and I said, music is not for me.
The devil is a liar.
I know, it's the craziest thing. But and now, out from curiosity, I found myself in a studio and I was recording music.
Was it good when you heard yourself?
Like, I felt good.
The playback, yeah.
Yeah, I felt like, I was just like, oh, wow. And that was the first time I ever found out I had a lisp. So I was like, wait, what?
You didn't know you had a lisp?
No, I was like, because when you have a lisp, you don't hear it. That's how you speak all your life.
You and Lojay have lisp. And I hear it in the music. I feel like it's very interesting.
You can hear it in the music.
I tried to have a lisp when I was much younger. Why? I was crazy. And I was
I was trying to wear glasses.
So I did that too. I actually faked it and I got the glasses. But I feel like the nurse knew, so the glasses had no prescription. It was just empty.
Oh, wow.
I just wore it just to booga. But when I was much younger, I was attracted to people I thought that difference. I thought it was so unique. So if you had bow legs, I wanted to copy your bow legs. If you had R factor, I want to talk like you do the guys. Like, I wanted that. So you said, so the people that used to talk like with lips, I could sit down there and say, yes.
I remember.
It was so cool to me.
Nah, and mine was so strong.
Really?
Man.
I feel like it has reduced.
Yeah, it has actually reduced.
Why do you think it reduced?
I think my braces. Yeah.
Oh, I feel like it has something to do with your teeth and your tongue.
So it had to do with my teeth, basically.
Right.
Yeah, so the moment I got my braces, it just started to reduce.
So
like
not
crazy.
that it has reduced, I would be hearing like, you know, that.
But I think there's still a little bit of it. Yeah, there's still a little bit.
By the time your teeth finally cover, we'll not have any.
No, nothing again, man.
But at least like they add spice.
Bruh. Honestly, I remember the feeling of like hearing, because the first line of what I like, there were so many S's. And I'm just like, whoa.
I mean, sing. Do you remember it?
Something you gotta listen and be listening good, because something I was just like,
oh, it would have been crazy.
I was like,
I've been listening.
I was like, literally, Mike Tyson ass this, bro.
I wish I was there. I thought he laughed.
Yeah, it was funny.
But then, were you? Did the list make you insecure? Did it ever make you insecure?
Nah,
okay,
never.
It was it because,
like I said, like I was always like that. Like I never thought about it as a thing.
Yeah, but where I'm from, it's like if you had a list, it's either or like you can actually get like shade for it,
or people like you for it. Yeah.
Mm.
But me, funny enough, I never got shade for my list. Yeah.
You went to Nigerian talking, which the children that don't do such things.
No, trust me, I got shade for a lot of other things.
Right.
It was just never my list.
Right.
I had so many other things going for me that, like, if you were somebody that knew how
like
to,
what?
like, I was chubby. I was like, if you were someone that knew how to insult,
chubby?
My list would be the last thing you go for.
Were you chubby?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember you from the gym. You arrived at the gym, like...
Yeah.
So, have you been working on yourself before?
Yeah. Prior to that.
Yeah.
So when I remember being in school, very chubby, like very awkward, very to myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm just observing, talk once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then problematic. So it's like they were because I was stubborn, I would find myself like maybe the one time I talk or the one time I do something, I just find myself in trouble.
Were you stubborn because of the trolling?
I think I was stubborn as a way of rebelling against everything around me.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not going to look for your trouble, but the moment you try to make me conform to the rules of this school or this, and then I'll just be like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Oh, wow.
And I've just always been like that. It's the idea of everybody's doing this, so I think you should do this.
Yeah, wasn't it?
That's the moment I'm now like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. Because since everybody's the one that everybody's doing,
I know there were some kids like that intentionally moved like that just to frustrate the staff.
But that's the thing, it was never to frustrate it. It's like I wouldn't get in your way.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in your way. But once you get in my way, that's when I'll just be like,
I used to like that now.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't get in people's way.
But if they tried you,
they
will get it. But why have I never seen anything of you on the blog saying that Lojay did this?
Or do nobody has tried me. I'm not getting in anybody's way. Why would you try me? Like, why are you getting like...
Right. But you know that you can be on your own and Wala can come and find you.
Yes, but I haven't experienced that yet.
God is really with you.
He's with me. Bro, do you understand why? Like, as life just happens, you're just like, bro, God did your back, because like, there are so many things that sometimes have happened to me or would happen to me, and I'm just like, there's no reason why, if not for God. Like, there's no reason why this should be happening if not for God. Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, like, you would be a fool to just say you're not seeing what's going on. Like,
God is really good,
bro. The fact that we're even alive is like magic. Like, what do you mean I'm here?
That you can actually sit down and talk about a career that has gone all over. Like, I was talking to my friend recently. I'm just like, I'm living in my dream, which is surreal because sometimes I have to pinch myself because everything that is happening to me now were things that I thought about as a child. But I thought about it from a place of, and person like me could become, this, and to see that, years after, God has made it happen.
And it's happening, yeah.
I'm just like, that's crazy.
It's the wildest thing. Yeah. I feel like, personally, I feel like it is a blessing for us to just be able to like chase our dreams, like just to have the capacity to actually go for like the things you want, and like to actually like, it's a blessing.
Speaking of capacity, right? When did you now finally decide that this music thing, I'm great at it, I'm going to chase it as a career?
That was uni.
Right. What uni did you go to?
I went to Portsmouth, University of Portsmouth.
Okay.
And I remember being there, and I'm just like, here we go again.
Oh, so post that studio session, you didn't chase music after?
So I was still making music. So I was in a group called Decoy at that point in time.
So from uni or from secondary school? So you guys formed after that light bulb moment?
Yeah, we formed a group.
Yeah.
And then we started making music. So we would make music, drop it in school, and everybody's listening to it, and it was just a thing. So
you had support from your...
Yeah, everybody loved the music we were making at that point in time.
Oh, so you're already popping from like secondary school?
We even performing in other schools.
Yeah. You've been the star since now.
We were active. Like,
really active.
Like, we're just active. Like, we're just like moving around, making sure that like we're trying everything, like doing everything we could do. And then I remember this was like fresh out of secondary school. And so we're a group. At a point, we became up to 6 and became 3 again.
Yeah.
And then one of us was like, so there were 3 of us. One didn't necessarily seem sure about it. It just seemed like, okay, it's just here. But then there were 2 of us, that me and one other guy, that were like, okay. And we were really we're really the ones that were like, in terms of like making the music, we're really the ones that were really like active about it. And then I remember him just saying, bro, he's not doing group anymore. He wants to just solo. He wants to.
Okay, Beyonce.
And I remember that conversation, and I remember it breaking my heart. Like I remember it's like just feeling like I was
I'm
just
sure
like,
you felt like Kelly Rowland and Michelle when Beyonce was leaving them.
Because genuinely,
because you guys were doing good, obviously.
We were, and for some reason, I just thought it was about to be like a duo because this other person wasn't necessarily like, you could just tell that he was just like having fun with it. And like musically, even he would always say that like he wasn't like the best artist. Like he was more like the business mind. Like all those kind of things. But then so I kind of just had a feeling that maybe we'll be a duo or something.
So when you moved to Portsmouth, like the school, right?
So at this point, I'm now like, you know what? Let me just focus on my music. So no, at first I went to Leeds for like
Ibadan.
a year. But nah, University of Leeds.
Why you love the school?
No, the way you said Leeds, because it's Leeds City in Ibadan. Not Leeds.
Ibadan, no.
It's not Leeds. It's Leeds City that's in Ibadan. University of Leeds.
Should we stop this show now? I've disgraced my family. Right, the other Leeds in the UK.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I went to Unilag. No, it might be new.
Oh my God.
I know from, around...
Oh, my girlfriend at the time was in Unilag.
Yeah, I've seen this to make me feel better. At least you dated from Africa. It's fine.
No, don't worry.
Right, you went to Leeds first.
Yeah.
Right. You went to...
But then, obviously in Leeds, that's when... So then I started to really play around with the music. So like production, recording myself, all those kind of little things I started to learn. Or I was trying to learn. And then I left Leeds, ended up going to Portsmouth to study business. To study marketing.
Right.
And then I remember being in Leeds and I started... So I remember being in Portsmouth and that's when I started like really, really tinkering with the music. So like I started getting like equipment, like doing stuff, like in terms of like recording, trying to make a song, all this kind of
producing
stuff.
Yourself.
Just producing, just like mainly like working. And I would like, whoever was interested in making a song at that point in time, it's like, let's just do something.
Right.
But then I was still like uni and music. So it's like, the music was still like a hobby.
Right.
Where it's like, I'll go to uni, I'll do my uni work, then I'll start like recording like after I finish.
Did you finish?
In
uni?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I remember there was one time when I had this one conversation with someone. And it was so some of our friends were graduating. So we had a party just to send them off type of thing. And there were like 12 people in the room. Everybody was waved except for one person. And this person pulled me to the side. And we had a conversation for a good maybe an hour or two. She just kept telling me things. I have never felt so seen in my life. Like, she just started saying some things like, and next thing she's like, I know you have a talent. Like, I know there's something boiling inside. And mind you, this is somebody like, we're friends, but we had not had these conversations.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where is all of this coming from? Like,
God sent that to you. Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, are you drunk? Are you? Well, you're not drunk. You're not been drinking.
Yeah.
But then she just started talking, and she's like, there's a star in you. Like, there's something, I can see it. Like, there's something that is boiling inside you. Every time you're walking around, when you're sitting with us, when you're doing this, when you're doing that. And she made a statement. She said, look around this room. And then I looked around, and then she was like, I can see that there is nobody that's going to be more successful than you in this room.
She's mad.
Mind you, this is maybe like 5 a.m. in the morning. Everybody's weird. Everybody's
have
dancing.
Mad instincts like that. So.
I don't even know what it was. I can't understand what it was. But the moment we finished having that conversation, I couldn't sleep. Like, when I say that, it was like God just saying, now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could not sleep.
Yeah.
Like, I was just calculating in my head, okay, I think I need to take this music seriously. Like, obviously, like, school is good and everything, but like, this has to be the priority. I started thinking, okay, who can I go and record with? Who can I do this? Who do I know? And then, okay, yeah, because prior to that, maybe for like a year, I kind of taking a break. Not a break, but I wasn't active in the music. Like, I was mainly focusing on the school.
Right.
And then I remember I had a friend at the time, and then I went to her. She knew like a couple of producers, so she like hooked me up with this person. Her brother was a DJ as well, so they just helped me just find my way and just figure things out. And then I found, I don't know if you know ATG Music. He's actually a producer, an amazing producer. And I met ATG then, like this was maybe like 2016 or so. And then we just started recording. But then ATG was in London. So like every week I would have to go get on a bus, go to London and record with him, go back to catch classes, go back again. So it was always like long. Yeah. Like there was so much
back and forth.
Back and forth. So much time was being lost. I was missing classes. I was missing a lot of stuff. And I'm like, okay, you know what? That was when I now got the spark and was like, I'm going to learn how to record and produce this whole thing myself. Like, I want to be able to be on my own and just make the entire music I want to make by myself and just put everything out.
And you learned?
And I learned it. I just picked up my laptop, started going on YouTube, how to record vocals, how to compress, how to do this, how to write, so now it was like all the time that I was meant to be using to just get my degree. I was just studying music.
But you finished,
I finished.
Right, but you learned.
God pushed me through.
Yes, so.
But because, I mean, at the end of the day, when it's time for the exam, you just need to
show up. That's what I always did in school,
finish the exams. And when is your coursework, like, I was the type of person where, I don't know how, but give me like 1 week. I'll write the entire coursework. Don't worry.
I used to come back from the streets, as I used to call it back in the day. 3 days before the exam, I just sit around the scholars, buy them gala and sausage.
Just start picking up information.
Sausage or something from Shop 10. And I just listen to them talk the entire time. I mean, because I was also really, I could just use English to repeat everything
that you said.
I'm not joking. For 3 days straight, I don't leave them. I go to like night classes with them, So and they like to show off that we've read this thing.
That they are smart.
And the gag of all of these things? I always pass them. Scholar, no scholar. I go sit down with them because some of them had the idea, they had read it, but they were not good at like writing. And I was studying history, and history is lots of writing and English. So I was good at conclusively. Basically, I did all the things that would get me like decent grades.
Did you used to cram dates? Yeah, that's.
If I'm coming back to school job. 3 days before school, all I did was cram. So when I got into like the exam hall, for the first 5 minutes, you can't touch me because I need to put all the dates down. Yes, because I crammed them. And I crammed them with maybe taps, maybe with certain things that made me cram them. Like so.
Really?
Yeah. So when we're cramming, it's an art. Like cram la poor. Yeah.
Are you serious?
So cramming was an art for me. So there are things that. So for example, let's say I'm cramming like all the coups from like 1960 to today. There are things that I would do with my finger to make me realize that.
Okay.
So all of these things. So I need 5 minutes first.
I don't know the art of cramming, so I'm just like...
I went to Nigerian school. We cram. We don't really know what. Forgive me, all the federal schools. But you know that half of it. Let me tell you why I knew that this school I go na scam. School not be scam, but this particular school I go na scam.
Na scam.
As of the last day that I was finishing my last exam, I couldn't remember anything I studied. Like, they say, what did you study in school? Like, I couldn't remember. I don't remember the dates. I don't remember the history that I really went to study. It's crazy, friend.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild, though.
That's why I knew that this history no work. You have to be creative. That's why, since I did uni, I don't do head, I modeled, I did this, I walked. Like, I know say this quality, what's I want to use this street to do, my brother?
When I was in school, there were some people that when you would see them in class, you would just know that you are not meant to be. Like, this is not your calling.
How so?
Because the way they just picked up everything.
A lie.
No, see, I'm telling you, some people have talents in where say for example now, like I studied marketing.
Right.
Where I'm struggling to piece together, for example, like market strategy and how that connects to like market segmentation and everything. Some people,
they're wired like that.
They're wired like that. Like they've mapped out the entire thing in their brain. So it's like when you're in the same class with them and you're seeing the way they've mapped out the entire thing and you're finding it hard to just understand one thing, you're just like
some people were good with the academics.
And that's why for me, I feel like that was one of the reasons that drew me to the music, because that was just a space where I felt like I could stand out.
Yeah.
It's like every other thing I would do, it's like, okay, I'm here. But like the moment I'm in, when it comes to music, it's like, oh, okay.
That's why you must find your thing. I always tell people that God is so generous that He must give you talent. Some He give 1, some He give 5. The one that you have to find it. Some people know it, or some people. So it's usually, so for me, I feel like with talent, right, it's usually the easiest thing that comes naturally to you that to other people is difficult.
That's your talent.
It's like, some people cannot sing. If they had a gun to their head and they say, sing for your life, they would die. They would die. No. But like for some other people, it's like, follow come, and you just know in your guts that this thing, it was meant to be.
You just need to know. Everybody just, and that's why that's why I was asking earlier. Like, are there any systems in place for extracurricular activities for people to actually figure out what exactly they enjoy doing? Because extracurricular activities isn't always play.
Yeah,
it could be like okay. So there's this thing I found. It's like this. It's a school, right? And this school only has 2 to 3 hours of actual like subject learning. So math, English, physics, whatever it is. The rest of the day, the child is assigned whatever
vocational stuff
that they enjoy. Yeah. But now they have to bring out real results. So you have kids that probably are like, oh, I want to be like a tech entrepreneur. You spend 3 hours or 2 hours of your day learning math, English, and science, and then you use the rest building an app.
Oh.
As like an 11-year-old.
Specialization, yeah.
So it's like you're getting them, you're trying to figure out what they like. Because, and that's the reason why a lot of people feel like, oh, they don't have talent, is because they never really got the chance to try out a lot of things.
But this is what I'd say to people, especially like people in uni, and I've cried, I've begged them. The equivalent of, so what you're trying to say, right, about, extracurricular activities, specializing in the things that come naturally to you. I feel like one of the ways to actually know is to do internships.
That's true.
Nigerian young people hate internships.
Because you just go and suck knowledge and
give me a job, give me 250, give me 300. Nigga, when you're in uni, that holiday, like all my holidays in uni, like I worked, even when I was in uni, I was working, even when I was not, like, I didn't need to because I had my allowance, but I always thought that history was never going to do anything for me. So I'd rather intern. So I interned with fashion designers. I'd worked in the music space. I did everything that I thought I wanted to become.
Yeah.
I worked with everybody who I thought was successful in the fields that I wanted to become, wanted to play in, right? So, for example, if I thought that fashion was... So, and also because I was a creative child, right? Some days I'm feeling like I'm going to be a fashion designer. Some days I was feeling like I was going to be like an actor.
Yeah.
Some days I'm like, okay, no, maybe I should be a singer, So what I did as a university undergraduate was to look for the people who were winning in this space and intern with them. Some were unpaid internships, some were paid, right?
Yeah.
But I can never invalidate what that 3 months or 6 months did for me. It gave me front row seats to the lives of these people. I was sponging things that were more practical as opposed to reading it in the book.
Yeah.
You know, and for a lot of people, I'd advise that, you know, you do internships. For example, a child who comes to Econ to, or is university undergraduate who comes to Econ to intern for 3 months has a better experience of what the system is than somebody who's studying mass comm, who are telling this is what a camera looks like.
Yep.
This is
and that's what's missing. A lot of Nigerian schools is canopy. Imagine.
No, so theory. The one is theory. Even engineering students when they build a house. So.
And that's the problem. It's like you kind of need to get your hands dirty. People need to actually be able to like practice these things. That's what I'm saying. For example, if I know of one artist, I think, that has like a music program. I don't want to say the name.
The Band.
Okay, that's another one.
I think. But I used to have something like that, right?
No, I'm not. I'm talking about in a school. So this person went to a school, a university, and then helped them open like a music program. I think.
Why don't you talk about the person? That's
I think it was Davido.
Right.
I can't remember. But then,
like a whole faculty or
okay. I don't know what exactly it was.
Yeah.
But I know he kind of helped like their music program and their theater program and everything, and it's like you have a lot of opportunity to kind of bring these real life experiences to people in the schools.
Yeah.
Where it's like, how do we? Okay, you say you want to study mass communication, for example. Like, how do we? Even if it's like, let's set up an intra-school podcast or something,
right?
Or something that is like, okay, well, every week we're gonna have like this debate section, and then we're gonna have students that are going to be handle the camera and shoot it and handle the sound and handle the everything. Like, use the students, like use them for something more than like if you have an opportunity to kind of like anything that you know that you can just have like the students do, rather than
that they're interested in.
They're interested. But schools have like sometimes over 1,000 students. Like, there's kids out there that are interested in handling the school social media page,
right? Because
they are interested in social media.
Yeah.
There are kids out there that are interested in handling like the news or this or that, like, because that's what they're interested in.
I want to believe that, you know, with social media, as I said as well, that parents or even guardians just can do better with like helping the children make decisions about where they want to be. Because if we had the help from beginning, I think a lot of us would have specialized in what we really wanted to do. We wouldn't have wasted time. I have friends who had finally gone to masters in law, did everything, gone abroad,
came back and realized they want something else.
They want to sell small chops.
Bro, let me tell you something.
The small shop business is successful.
You can't sleep on food business.
But my legal counsel, they fry puff early morning when she started that business. I'm like, you. But you know, fast forward now, it's a thriving business. And if you ask that girl, I mean, it was good that she studied law. I don't think she would have gone abroad. None of those stress of doing masters. She would have gone an MBA almost immediately to understand how to run a business, you know. After a while, take 1 or 2 courses, you know, and not.
But then I feel like at the end of the day, right, there's qualification and there's education.
Right.
So it's like I'm always of the opinion, like try as much as possible to get both. Like I feel like even her, she might not be aware of it, but that background in law is probably helping her in so many ways.
Yeah.
So it's like as much as we want to say, oh, like find what you want early, you kind of also want to dabble. Like you want an opportunity to have a background in law, but then you're doing business and then you're doing this and then you're doing that. Like take you, for example.
Yeah.
The reason why you are the way you are is because you've actually been privy to so many angles.
Experiences as well.
So many experiences. Like if you were sat here alone, I'm sure if you had nobody's help, you can't handle yourself. You can put something together on your own. Like if every single person here was not available and you needed to find a way to pass your message, I'm not saying that they are not important. The way
That means you think you know me, don't know me.
No.
If you know you're not fit to it,
No, hear me out.
You're believing in me too
Let
much, my
me
friend.
finish. Let me land.
Okay, land.
Understand. So obviously, it might not be exactly like this.
Right.
I highly doubt it's going to be exactly like this. But you have so
myself,
many.
I'm resourceful.
Yes,
right?
You're resourceful.
Yeah.
Because you have so many like understandings of so many different things. You can pull so many things together and just put something out.
That's what I'm saying with the internships, with the so for example, what the internships did for me was it exposed me too quickly. It immersed me in the business. It's like by 17, I already worked with Ubi. I already saw Celebrity Life.
Yeah.
I was even in the house with SARZ. Nyanya was the biggest thing at the time.
Yeah.
And Manara was there. Techno was also in that house.
Yeah.
Techno was, they were opposite each other. Like Techno was in this room. Yeah, I was in this room. Like Ubi was like, I had been immersed in it, right?
Yeah.
But I was 17. I didn't know better. I didn't know what, like, I don't know I reached ground, right? But by the time I became who I became, I had background knowledge. I had contacts as well. I had people who I could run to say, Nasuafa, can you help me? You know, I started building connections so even the internship not just about even learning what you need to learn. It's relationships.
Connections, yeah.
Everybody behind the camera today, in the next 2-3 years, they'll probably be running their own thing.
Yeah, doing their own thing. And they need
to call me. I'm not saying you guys should call me for favors. I'm just saying that there's going to be a time you say, fun, and we need to do this thing.
Yeah.
By virtue of the relationship that we have,
that will just happen.
I'm already a contact.
Yeah.
I'll pull up. Okay, wait. Since you don't talk about music, let's talk about dating.
Really?
Yeah.
Dating. Yeah, let's talk about dating.
What's the tea? Because I see that you sing a lot of love songs, both heartbreak songs, different songs. Your penmanship game, like the penmanship is also 100, right? But I want to know what is inspiring this, because this level of detail, I don't want to believe saying that you just got inspiration and you wrote it. I want to believe that you experienced something. Like, what is it? What is the current experience? You know, what's the pulse on love? You know.
I feel like I'm
sorry, before you say, like, what's going on with Fola? You know?
Ooh.
Because you guys seem to be like, yeah.
Fola
can't like you pass all the artists. Yeah.
That question comes up a lot.
Okay, answer it now.
She's my bestie. Ooh. Yeah, she's my best friend. Literally.
Fola, you two are my best friend. Besties. I met Fola Shade once. Once, right? We went to a trip in Benin. Her spirit is so sweet and pure.
Pure.
I fuck with her.
Pure. You know, the funny thing is, she's one of those people that I'm like, before I met her, I'd never heard of her in my life. I'd never.
Me too. Yeah. Bobby, sorry for being dramatic. One morning, Bobby calls me like, you didn't know Fola Shade? I said, with that. See, no Fola Shade. I knew Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki.
Yeah. Nikki, sorry. But I didn't know Fola. So I don't know Fola. So when I met her, I'm just like, you did since.
Yeah.
And she was a vibe. I love her.
She is a vibe. She's always a vibe. Mm-hmm. Like, she's always like high spirited, like positive. That's why I just feel like, I like I said, like the first time I met her, I'd never like known of her, never like knew anything about her. Yeah. But like from the first day that I met her, I was just like, this girl is just very like, and vibe. Mind you, she's like the only girl in the 30 BG gang.
And she hold it down.
She's holding it down. Yeah. She's making sure everybody's good. So I was just like, so from there we just like really clicked. Like, and it was just a vibe. Like we've been good friends ever since.
So are you going to hang this thing on friendship? Like, now friendship, you won't hang this relationship.
Oh my God.
Like, give me something, bro.
But we are like, so unfortunately for me, I'm not in a space for a relationship yet. Like, I just think I've not been in that space. So I don't think I'm in a space of being in a relationship.
When people say they're not in that space, they are fucking around. Sorry.
You know what? You know the funny thing. You know the funny thing. You know the funny thing.
Sorry.
And if anybody that feels like they're in that space where like maybe you're fucking around, that's what you're on right now. As long as you're honest
but
and you're clear. That's not right now. No, that's not what I'm on. Right now,
you're not fucking around there.
That's not what I'm on at the moment. No.
Because when people say they're not in that space for relationship, they have a couple of sneaky links that it's just enough to.
So here's the thing. Some people just genuinely are not ready to be in a relationship. It could be for any reason. Maybe you're still not done like healing from your past. It could be anything.
Okay, me too. That's what my problem is.
Because me now,
I'm healing.
I had a relationship. Like I had a relationship. I would say a few years ago.
Oh.
And
before the music?
Not like a few years. Because saying a few years ago is like saying maybe like 2 years ago. Like well in the music and everything. And like
it didn't end well?
It didn't end well. But it ended. So that's good.
Sorry.
And that just like, prior, this is like,
So since then, what have you been doing?
Focusing on myself and making music.
You just been freelancing.
When you hear my album, you kind of you see the journey, because I kind of went through that mid mutu.
What happened helped with the album?
With Gangster Romantic, yeah. A lot of it was gangster. When you hear Gangster Romantic, you're like, this guy is hurt too. And then moved on, and I moved out of that, and I'm still in the process of like moving out of that.
Okay, you're healing, right? Me too. I mean, let's assume that you're healing.
Me too, you're healing, right? We are healing.
But as you're healing now, what did they help you to heal?
What did they help me to heal?
You need the balm of
God. It's God. You see,
you need the balm of healing.
God, you rub my body with the balm.
So when you go on all those tours, all those...
My bro, let me tell you something that a lot of people might not tell you.
Right.
Tour is more stressful than you think.
Sabe, you want to give a diplomatic answer. Who you talk to?
Tour,
relax.
Tour is more stressful than you think, my bro.
Okay, so these 2 years now, you have been celibate. Let's take it like that. You heard it first on this show. For the last 2 years...
Stop calling your little 1 week break celibate.
What?
You ain't celibate.
No, I'm talking to you.
Nobody's celibate, man.
Hey, we're getting somewhere.
Are you celibate?
Yes, sir.
Are you serious?
You know, Chris, this is you on the couch. This is my show. You're on the couch.
Oh.
You cannot be asking me questions.
Oh.
This is for your audience, your viewers, the people that love you.
Right now, man, I just be... I'm free,
You're freelancing.
I'm free.
You heard it first.
Take that as whatever you want, right?
So it's either you're dating, you're married, or you're freelancing.
I'm free. I've said this before, and I'll say it again.
Yeah.
Like I've been fortunate to have like great people around me, like be introduced to like great people and stuff.
Yeah.
And Team so
yeah.
But then,
no, I mean, of course, you have great people around you. Those are all great people.
Yeah, I've been privy to like some. So I'm not saying that it's for lack of like good women.
I know.
Yeah. But I'm just like in the space where I'm like, but like, I don't want to jump into something and give half or give like and be lackluster or anything, because I don't want that. Yeah, personally.
So right now, this is time to focus on the music.
Yeah, it's time to just focus on the music, so that when she comes, she's comfortable. Yeah, everything is set.
What do you think you're at now with the music?
I mean, it's about to be my debut album. Yeah. So, for some weird reason, a lot of people don't know that I haven't dropped an album. But
so Love and Attention was what? An EP?
An EP. Yeah. Gangster Romantic was also an EP.
With me, I group EP and album. I was the same thing, the body of work.
Some people I realized a lot of people actually do. So now maybe like, I guess there's no difference, man. If you're dropping EP, make it like an album. Like, but it has come with a lot. Like just being in this phase. because the process of making the album kind of showed me a lot of myself. Like I remember yesterday, I was still listening to the album and I'm just like, damn, like this is probably like your most complete body of work, like your most, like where it's like, I feel like I can hear
Your
the album
essence.
and I'm like, I know this guy.
Your essence is in it.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I in a lot of ways, it has been like a therapeutic process.
Right.
Just like making the album, getting to know myself more, like understanding myself and coming to terms with my truth.
Right.
Because a lot of times it's like you're trying to find yourself, you're trying to understand yourself, and then you find out, okay, this is who you are.
Yeah.
And then now you have to like either change that or accept that.
Right.
And I've had situations where it's like, okay, I want to change.
Yeah.
And I've had some situations where I'm like, this is who I am and I'm going to accept and I want to be like this.
Yeah.
So I've had those like
moments.
Yeah, those moments.
Okay.
So it's been very, I feel like right now my mind is at its clearest.
Yeah. Let's take you back to Love and Attention album and you meeting SARZ, because I mean that's who produced most of the songs, right? How did you meet SARZ? How did the relationship start? And you know,
so this was we're already in the pandemic. We're already in lockdown at this point in time. And then I really wanted to obviously make music through the lockdown and everything. I was probably having like a little bit of like lockdown panic, because I know some people had it. Just felt like the world had stopped. And I remember just having a conversation with my lawyer at the time, and I was like, bro, like I really want to like work with like a producer that I felt was good, basically. And in my mind, honest to God, I wasn't even thinking like SARZ of all people. But then he's like, okay, he knows SARZ, he will hit him up and like see what's up. And then I'm like, okay. But honestly, I didn't put it in my mind. I'm just like, I guess, obviously people will tell you, I know this person, let me call this person. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, he spoke to SARZ and then SARZ wants to meet. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, are you serious? Like, because I'd sent him music, but I think he played 1 or 2 for SARZ or something. And then he was like, oh, SARZ wants to meet. And I was like, oh, wow. Ended up meeting with him. And when I met him, in my mind, I was thinking like, bad as he bad, he will probably say he wants to do one song or something. But I don't know if it's because of pandemic, maybe because like now the world has stopped. So maybe he had free time on his hands. He was just like, oh, he wants to make an EP. And in my mind, I'm like, wait, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, you want to make an EP? He was like, yeah, he wants to make an EP that he feels like he has like a direction. He wants to take my sound, And I'm like, where do we start? Like, what's up? What's happening? Like, my blood was hot. And next thing, we started recording. And now, mind you, we recorded more or less like all through the pandemic. So all that period where like the world was like locked and everything, we were just cooking up. We had all the time in the world. And like the world had genuinely frozen.
Monalisa.
Yeah.
That song was so big.
Yeah.
How did you feel when, first of all, obviously you knew that you created with SARZ. It has a brilliant producer, right? But how did you feel when Monalisa started doing his thing?
To be honest, it was...
Did you feel like it was bigger than you as well?
At the point, yeah. I was just like, yo, this song has gone. Like,
it's a classic. I think it's always been in the history books.
Like, I was like, the song is gone. Because I was just like, I remember us dropping the album, or before we dropped the album, or the EP, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I think Tonongo is going to be the best song on this album.
Yeah, that's also a hit too.
Mainly because when we made Monalisa, it was almost playful. Like just the way we made it and put it to the side.
Who's Monalisa, by the way?
that entire project is a story of
Monalisa.
yeah, I guess.
Monalisa, you do something. She's strong.
But her name is not Monalisa.
What's her name?
I can't say her name. If I say her name, you just cast her.
Okay.
But the entire project is more or less dedicated to her.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah.
Pseudo Monalisa.
I see now pseudo Monalisa.
Yeah.
But then
the song.
Yeah, it just I remember thinking obviously maybe like Tonongo is going to be the biggest.
Yeah.
And then we had made Monalisa, put that to the side, submitted the entire project without Monalisa.
Without?
Yeah. There was another song on there.
Why did you submit without Monalisa? Because you thought it was vibes.
Playful.
Right.
Like we finished Monalisa and we're like, oh, let's make another song, but obviously more serious.
Do you know, it's more, every time I try to be more serious.
Do you get? This time was okay, let's make something more serious. And then, we put that together, submitted that. Label was already feeling it. They loved it. A month to that dropping. Prior to that, the Wiz verse came in. So in my mind, I had gone from like thinking Tonongo was going to be the biggest to now thinking this one with Wiz was going to be the biggest. And all through all of this, like I'm not even thinking about Monalisa. And then a month before the EP dropped, we invited a friend of ours who had been coming to the studio through the process of like the EP being made. He had just been coming in, and I remember playing him like the final EP, final 5 tracks. And then he said, this album is mad. This EP is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But then he get one song we gonna play for me one time. When I make this P.
Yeah.
Something Monalisa. And then I remember SARZ looking at me, and then like, oh, Monalisa. And then we played it. Then this guy is like, oh, more. This thing would inside this project. The guy say, bro, better, bro. Bro, believe me, I know what I did tell you, guy, this song is it. This guy was clamoring. We played the song again. Then at some point, we had the song on like a loop. We just kept playing. So we just kept gisting. We're talking for like a good maybe 45 minutes, if not an hour. And then we just realized, this song has been playing, And then we paused. And the next thing that someone said was, play it again. And then I remember I'm at one end of the room, SARZ on the other end of the room, and we just look at each other. And it was just like, yeah.
I feel like there's also a thing where the another eye can always tell. Because you guys did it together, the sound probably doesn't saturate your ear, Yeah. But somebody else who's looking from the outside is saying that this one is he's open and around that guy one or two.
Funny enough, I can't remember seeing him again since then.
I think that was the Holy Spirit.
Like, you see, that's why I said that, like, as I've grown in life, I've just felt like, I've just started to see that, okay, orchestrator day.
Yes, so.
We just be the...
Wow, nothing but pencils.
As in, we just be the NPCs,
in the hands of the creator.
Somebody's holding a part, man, because how? What do you mean? Like now the guy lives in Dubai, I know.
Right.
But it's just like choo.
Yeah.
And
Chris Brown.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you knew you were gonna get a feature? Or he was gonna be featured on
It was crazy.
Because it's one thing for you to think that you're successful because you have a song that has gone, viral in your country. But now you hearing that you're gonna collaborate with somebody who you probably looked up to when you were coming up, and the level of star that Chris Brown is jumping on your song. Was this expected, or you were like, what the fuck?
It wasn't expected. I
Right.
can't say it was expected.
You know, some people would. So I know some confident people, like somebody that's come on this show that is so confident that even if Michael Jackson wake up from the grave and feature on this song, you would not believe, say, it was meant to happen.
Well, then, I mean, if that happened, then it was meant to happen.
Yeah.
But
with you, I mean, was there excitement? Was there shock? Was there surprise? Or was it just, okay, we're moving in this music thing?
I was definitely excited.
Yeah.
I was definitely like caught off guard. And I think what excited me the most was like the quality of the verse. It didn't just sound like he just did a song because he just did the verse because he wanted to be on an Afrobeat song. Like he really just sounded like he was meant to be on the song.
Mm-hmm.
So that just made it extra exciting just listening to the verse. But it was, I remember I was even meant to drop something at that point in time. Like I was meant to even I was meant to drop like another single, and then next thing that just came in, and I was just like, okay, you know what? This is like the new, this is where we're going. This is the direction we're going. Yeah. Because it took a while. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it took like a good like 3 months to like put that together.
So lately, I mean, hearing just that, you know, your colleagues, you know, Afrobeat artists are sort of like chasing international validation. Like if a show is not abroad. In fact, the competition is that, you know, how many shows abroad can you sell, you know, whatnot. Like it feels like the competition is not here anymore, you know. Do you think that that's a thing, or is that intentional, or is that something that you think that is part of industry growth?
I think it's part of industry growth. Afrobeats to the world now. That's what we're preaching.
But the validation of it.
Validation?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a thing of validation.
Because it feels like these days, right? It feels like this. It's almost like if you get a tap on the back, or no, it feels like the more international collaborations you have, the more people fuck with your music abroad. It's like a pat on the back, you know, for the artists here. Not because other people who are singing locally are not doing well, but it feels like, you know, for you to show that, you know, I'm the shit these days. You need international appeal. Which also, I feel like not every artist or Afrobeat artist has that international appeal. Although they're making fantastic music, but I don't feel like they've crossed the way they're supposed to cross.
The way I see it, I think a lot of these people, quote unquote, I think a lot of these people, quote unquote, that kind of are on the side of, oh, Nigerian artists are going to like, I think they are the ones, if anything, that are validating the artists because now they are like performing internationally or whatever. Because as Nigerians ourselves, I don't think we even validate the ones that are at home performing in Nigeria.
Fair.
We don't show them like love. We don't show them respect, and we seem to be the ones that are like going after or validating the ones that are doing international shows. But then at the same time, it's like you're doing that, but they're now saying that the artists shouldn't go do like international shows. When they come back home, for example, to do shows, different things go on that are just not maybe up to this new standard that they've set. Because like you said, like I always say this, we all came together and clamored for Afro beats to the world. So because a lot of times I hear a lot of people talking about, oh, now you find like a lot of other artists that are making Afro beats. How do you think that does? And I'm like, we all came together and said Afro beats to the world. Like, and that's still all of this right now, I still think is a byproduct of that. Yeah. Like it's artists going outside, going to perform, and then you can either see it as them not reaching Nigeria, or you can see it as them putting Nigeria on the map. Because at the end of the day, with each of these artists that that go out to perform internationally. They are one putting Nigeria on the map. They're putting Afrobeats on the map. They're all the way down to like their hometown. They're putting their hometown on the map.
Right.
And it's like, it's how you choose to see it, in my opinion.
Right.
And secondly, because on this point, like a lot of people want to talk about how, like Nigerian artists want to go perform abroad, as if Nigerian artists don't love performing to like their Nigerian fans. But the reality about it is that I think the conversation should be more about how can we do more for the artists that are performing in Nigeria.
Right.
Like, how can we do more to make sure that, like, especially when we have like the big artists, or for example, like why are our quote unquote big artists coming to Nigeria, and all of a sudden that's when there's like technical issues.
Right. So you're saying that
it's
the
like
system is to improve locally.
The system also needs to improve. Like, I feel like the conversation, like, and this is not me throwing any blame or anything at anybody, like, oh, this is because of this. I'm just saying that as a collective, I think the conversation needs to be around like building building our own homegrown system. Because I personally feel like Afrobeats becomes successful genuinely when an artist in Ekiti, for example, can make his music in Ekiti and probably does not even need to leave Ekiti to start making money.
Yeah. But isn't that what social media is already doing for us?
But people are not necessarily monetizing.
So the streaming apps,
So yes, the streaming, yes, you can make money from streams, but I don't know if you know the mathematics of streaming. I know. But yeah, it's not what you think.
So crazy.
But compared to like an artist, for example, in like Atlanta, and he makes music off Atlanta. All his shows are in Atlanta. Everything he does is in Atlanta.
I think they respect the arts more. I feel like also like music has also grown abroad more, even in Hollywood. Like, it's a different space, right? I feel like we're also a growing industry, our music industry. That the systems that we have are still fresh, you know. I feel like it's even now that you guys are beginning to establish structure with management and whatnot. Before it was all vibes and inshallah, right? So I feel like we'll eventually get there.
I do believe that we will get there, but I also do believe that the problem is bigger than it might seem.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tell me.
So basically, right, like you said something that like it's probably because the American or the Western world probably value the music more, they respect the music more. And I genuinely don't think so. I don't think it's because they value the music more. I think they just have better structure. I think they just have a structure in place for an artist that lives in Atlanta to make music. And
but we're saying the same thing as the years of building this same structure.
Yeah.
They've had ample time to
basically put it together. But then at the same time, they're also like young music industries that have not still put themselves, that have already put themselves together at the same time. Like, for example, I'm not saying the exact same like amount of time, but Latin music just started growing recently, fairly. Like, it just really started like becoming like in the global mainstream recently. But in the amount of time that they've spent, they've actually
honed it.
They've actually built a lot of structure within that space. Like, and let's also not forget, the Nigerian music industry is not as young as you think. We're in a new phase of the new Afrobeats phase.
Right.
We've been having music since the Daju sisters. Like, we've been... King Sunny Ade was traveling out of this country to do shows. Like, it's not today. Like, it's not now that, like, we've had time. I feel like the industry... We've had... This phase we're having, we've had it before. With, like, a lot of artists, like, in the 70s and the 80s. There were artists that blew up and even went international. All the way down to even Fela, like... All these people have there was an industry that it was almost like it capitulated, then came back to life. And I don't think people are seeing like the broader picture in this whole thing. It's like we're just looking at it as now we're young. We're not young. We're old enough to have our shit together. Like we're literally old enough to have our shit together. Like, thank God there's now like a 12,000 capacity arena that is currently being built in Lagos.
Where?
Apparently behind Palms.
Yeah, I never hear about that.
It has been projected to be. It has been set to be built, but I don't even.
How
think
will they control the traffic going to that place? Anyway.
But
at least they're building it.
But you get, that's what I'm saying. Like, at least they are building it, but it's like in the biggest market in the Afrobeat space, we're just building a 12,000 capacity arena.
According to my people, anytime when you wake up in your morning, we are just waking up. And you know, say in the Bible, the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. You know, I feel like the people that will even enjoy this music, money or success, they're just scratching it. Now they've not really entered.
Even the people that are enjoying it, like compared to the grand scheme of things, they've not fully entered.
I mean, I hope that, you know, we eventually get there because we're not doing so badly. I mean, we're progressing slowly but surely.
And that's the beauty of it. Like, we are. It's good to see that, okay, at least there's people out there that are like pushing everything in the right direction and making sure that like everything is aligned. Everything is aligning. Yeah. But it just for me, it just needs to be a more collective effort. Like wherever you can, like, even if no matter how small your own contribution is, even if, like I said, even if your own is to go back to your school and build one small studio. Let the next person come out and say, okay, through these studio sessions that we're having in our school, I came out of and I started doing music.
You know, this way you talk just give me, you know, just make me think. I've really contributed to the music industry in this country. I have interviewed, I have promoted albums. I have interviewed.
Yes.
In history books, I need to go down.
Yes.
As media.
And we need more. We need more people out here like this. Like that are just like in that space and really like pushing and making sure that like they're pushing the narrative. There was a period where like sets didn't look like this. Bro.
Yeah. But you know what I would say, and because time is fast spent and we need to go to quick fire rounds. I would say that I'm also very happy that this is a generation of creatives that I met. That I'm in these times where at least we can afford. I mean, we can just even make a decent living. Yeah. From being a creative.
Yeah, that I feel like that's the blessing. That's the biggest blessing.
Nobody's living too decent. So. I mean, I don't know about musicians.
Guys, don't let him.
For media personalities,
I've seen him behind the
musicians
camera,
make blood money.
This guy's rich.
Oh,
this guy's wealthy, bro.
This guy is rich. He wants to whine me.
This guy is wealthy, bro.
Okay, yeah. But in Christ, I am wealthy.
Amen.
You know, but I'm saying that I'm also happy that because one of the things I was scared of when I was coming up, and that's why I did 9 to 5 for the longest time. Like, I don't just believe, because I saw little broke creatives, and one of my biggest fears, I don't want to be broke. Like, I'm passionate about like this my talent too, but when it comes down to the real thing, like I don't want to be broke, right? So it's always scared me. And to see that, you know, fast forward to now, we might not be there, but like we can make a decent living from even just being a creator, from being an actor, from being a musician. I feel like the musicians have also, one of the things I say about the music industry is that the musicians have shown us how it's done. What's possible, not even how it's done, what's possible. That, you know, the more success that I see with the Davids, the Burners, you know, all the people who are doing international collaborations, it opens me up to the fact that, you know, there's space for everybody to help, actually make this money and actually thrive. So and on that note, I'm looking forward to like a blossoming 10 years, you know, a blossoming 20 years, where in the next 10, 20 years, we're looking back, I'm like, oh wow.
Like, it's crazy.
People like Lojay lead the path.
Amen.
For these youngins. Yeah.
But then again, it's like we just need to get active.
Yeah. I'm trying.
We just need to get. I'll actually hit you up about that thing.
Please do.
So even if the little you can do is like go back to Unilag and just drop something. But let's go back there.
You like
Do
hurt
something.
me.
Do something.
I've
Do
I'm going to say this for the
something.
first. I've never gone back to Unilad to collect anything.
You're not going to collect. You're going to plant a seed. And that's what I want.
I say Unilad wants me to say I go plant it for you.
Well, everybody, guys, we're going to make sure that Temiso goes to Unilad and plants a seed. Like whatever it is, even if he goes to the media, I mean the theater, what's the name, department, and you drop camera for them, or you drop mic, or you drop anything. You are laying a foundation for somebody's going to hold that mic and you're going to use it and they will
Let's go to Makoko and drop the mic.
No, honestly, bro. Why not? Because there's so many people there that like they are talented. All they just need is something.
So I said to everybody who cares to listen that Unilag had and still has so many talents. Like it's one of the most creative schools that anybody can come from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many people.
I will try and go back to my alma mater, however how hurt I feel about things that happened back there.
Why are you so hurt though?
My brother, I'll tell you offline. Unilag, what Unilag did to... Not Unilag, not the lecturers or anything, like, it's just the community of students. I mean, the only time...
So you didn't like the people?
I didn't like the people. I had my people, but I didn't have a good time.
Were you in
I lived in school,
hostel?
yeah. That's why I didn't have a good time. But yeah, I'm who I am now. You just had a song with Tenor. You just had a song called Tenor.
Yeah.
There's a person. I'm trying to remember the sound that's on YouTube. There's a song that you guys were promoting. That was you. I know the hook, but I can't remember.
It was probably either Tenor or Moi.
Can you sing?
Moi is Omoto Moi. Oh, sexy.
Now you get that song. I love you. Now you get that song.
Yes.
No. It's on TikTok. There's a girl that's always...
Omoto Moi. Oh, sexy.
A girl sang that song. Now you get that song.
Yeah.
Nah, lie.
Wait, you thought it was a girl?
Yeah, why did I think it was a girl?
Oh my God.
The vocals. What's that?
Are you thinking Omoto sexy?
No, I know.
Yeah.
That voice, is this your voice?
That was me.
Bad. Because I thought it was like...
Nah.
I thought it was the same girl that...
Nah.
Wow.
It's me.
You know, I hear things, right? I feel like my attention span has reduced so much that I heard this, so I just automatically think that this is a new girl on the block. This sounds nice. TikTok. And I also think that TikTok is actually taking away from the music experience. Yes, the song can blow, but it only only a part of it blows, and people just take that part and don't care for the main music.
I think it's the opposite.
Okay.
I think TikTok has really allowed for music to really circulate.
Great.
Two, music that is outside the mainstream appeal to also circulate.
Right.
And I think if you are a music listener, if you're somebody who likes to listen to music, you will still go back to Spotify. But
what I'm saying here is that, and you guys behind the scene, behind the camera, would agree with me that because of the virality of TikTok so TikTok takes a part of a song, makes it viral, and we're okay with listening to, so you're okay with just that part of the song. You don't even go and listen to the full song, or even the body of work that song is part of.
Yeah.
You understand? I feel like variety is great, but it takes from the actual experience. But I mean, that's my own opinion.
So I feel like TikTok is not where you fully experience the song.
Okay.
But then the virality is needed to kind of sell the song and like spread the song.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's like the true music listeners will still go and get the full experience of the song if they really enjoy it.
On your arm, what does XOXO mean to you?
So basically...
Like Gossip Girl?
Yes. Let's just say that. Like,
were you a fan?
It's many things, no.
Did you watch Gossip Girl?
So XOXO isn't just for Gossip Girl. It's just Hugs and Kisses.
It's Hugs and Kisses, but that's why it became popular for us, right?
So for me, it represents many things.
Okay.
XOXO is games.
Games?
Yeah. but then I just put the hearts in between because it's like
What do you mean it's games?
Game XOXO, like XO.
The computer game, the pad.
Yeah, so it represents games, like just games of love. And then XOXO is also just hugs and kisses.
Mm-hmm.
And I also just felt like at the end of my album, it just felt like a story, like a letter to my fans. And it just felt like, because when I was just thinking, I was like, you know what? XOXO.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're also going on tour?
Yeah.
When?
I'm going, so the tour, I don't know if you know this. Probably don't know this.
Yeah. What's the T?
But the T is, the album has been moved back.
Move back?
Yeah. So it was meant to drop this Friday, but now we had to push it back.
So which Friday?
Now it's going to be on the 19th of September. So the tour was meant to start with Europe on the 4th of September, but now the tour starts with North America on the 15th of October.
Why?
Constraints.
Internal constraints.
When I say the devil worked, but God is working harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They show you pepper for this.
Like I said, I'm an independent artist, so a lot of things are not necessarily straightforward.
Like you said, when you said you're
I mean, I told you off camera. But then I've been an independent artist all my
Really?
career. Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, there's no label behind you funding you.
No label.
So,
but then there's a.
But you work with.
I work with the distribution company,
right?
Who provide like marketing funds and everything. Yeah.
So all the money and promotion comes from you.
Yeah.
But you already have existing structure even in your own independence.
I have learned to build that. I have now built that over time.
I'm saying the operations is not entirely you, right?
I have built that over
team.
time.
Yeah. But do you prefer to be... I'm sure that people have tried to sign you.
Yes.
But the clauses or what?
It's not even just the clause. I've just always felt like I don't just want to sign because of signing.
Right.
I need somebody that sees me the way I see myself.
Or
even like more than I see myself. Like you find a lot of people that will come to you and tell you, oh, we are like this label, we're this major label, and we want to sign you. We really think what you're doing is crazy. And yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
But like, you have like this artist and that artist and this artist. Like you have too much going on. Like
you can't focus on me.
You can't focus on me. Like the best you're gonna do is like sign me and then pass me on to like somebody who's marking a quota. And that's you get their own is just make sure that he's here by this time.
Yes.
But now with that, there's now like constraints as well.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want that. I would rather like just maintain my independence where I have like a level of control over like at least when I drop, how I drop, all those kind of things.
So this is working for you, right?
Yes, for now. For now. But I just know that at some point you want to scale up.
Yeah.
But then what's most important for me is scaling up with leverage. Like I don't want the situation where it's like now I want to sign a deal and somebody's giving me anything. Just take whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like and just based on like the offers that have come, they've gone from like a certain offer with damn near zero control to like increasing with more control. So it's like the more as things happen, more people come with like just overall stronger or better offers. And I know that at some point someone's going to just meet me where I want to be.
I'm curious, right? These offers, right? Do they actually offer you a certain amount of money at the beginning, or you guys agree a percentage? How does it work with?
So one thing with music is it's very flexible. When it comes to like deals, contracts and music, very, very flexible.
Yeah.
So it's like, usually there's something called an advance. So you get like an advance. It could be with a distribution company as well. Like it could be even just publishing.
So you could get like millions of dollars first.
Yes. But now you need to think through it because an advance is recoupable. So think about it more like a loan.
Right.
Than like a payment.
Right.
basically.
So because they take the money as you progress as an artist.
So
They
as you are
they
progressing,
take
as you are making money, they're taking
the money.
So when
slowly.
a label signs you, and now maybe they're taking 80 or taking 20, it's because they've given you an advance,
Jesus.
or maybe like 500K to $1 million, maybe 2 million, 3 million, $5 million, and then they're not taking a percentage till they recoup that money back. So it's like you really can treat it as however you want to treat it.
Right.
Like some people get like the advance and they buy a house and like let the label just keep like eating your money until when like you get
to secure themselves, because it was also a risk for the labels, because they might never recoup the money.
And that's why like even nowadays when I see like all these like artist label fights, I'm like most of them just show like a lack of like proper understanding of like just the industry. Yeah. It's like someone can't invest like $1 million damn near in your business that was zero. Yeah. And you want to share 50-50. Aha. Like, or you want to take 60 and they take like 40. Like they took all the risk, like all the financial. And I get it, your talent is worth something. But you don't do since why the talent no. I
feel like it's also great because there's a time when I used to see a lot of artists come out and cry about their management, and because the public loves the artists, they would back them up, throw the management, say whatever. But I sat with a business owner who broke it down for me, because some of these guys are bad investments. Sometimes even only one artist in a label that would cover the rest of all the artists, right? And if I invested in the business, I expect it to yield returns. Yeah. So sometimes the artists just be moving crazy. But I'm glad that you're honest with,
Yeah, I just think like I see, like people just, as artists, you owe it to yourself to just have an understanding of the industry. You don't have an excuse anymore. There's there's internet, right? There's ChatGPT, right? There's YouTube, there's Google. Learn about like how these things work. Learn how contracts work. Learn how deals work. How publishing works. How like a lot of people don't even understand like the idea of like their royalties or whatever. Like how that all works. Like you just need to understand how it works so you can understand why these labels are even asking for this amount of money. Because it's not, sometimes yes, it's greed, but sometimes it's not just greed. Sometimes it's like they invested a huge amount of money and would like to at least break even. And then now start making a profit. Yeah. Because like, if not, what was the point of me doing all of that?
Okay. Thank you so much, Lojay, for that, for exposing us to what the industry standard is. Quick fire rounds now.
Yeah, no.
Tea or coffee?
None.
Get that from me. So you won't come make me then see no drink tea for this place now. Sip that tea.
Don't fucking kill me. You guys say sip that tea
now.
But
in fact,
wait, what tea is this? What tea is this? What tea?
How about tea?
Is it a herbal tea?
You're a terrible guest. Sip that. In fact, let me sip my tea.
Hey,
how can you come and tea with tea but I don't like tea?
No, I can't lie to you. I don't know what it is, man.
So what do you sip?
Alcohol. That's it. But then here's the thing. Here's the thing.
What's that sound? She clocked it like I don't see my comrade.
I don't drink too much, but I don't even like to drink like that. Yeah. But I'm a social drinker. But
right.
Yeah. If I'm gonna be sipping,
what's your other vice?
My vices are very minuscule.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
I'm not broad. Very specific.
Okay. What is it?
You find out.
Yeah. I don't really clock you until you find out.
Wait, what do you think it is?
No worry.
If you can tell me, I'll say yes.
Lagos nights or London nights?
Lagos nights.
Okay. Your go-to comfort food?
Small chops.
Really?
Yeah. Recently too. Like it wasn't like that before. All of a sudden, I just
Yeah.
Something about that puff puff and spring rolls mix that's just going.
Comes with the age.
Yeah, maybe.
One artist you would love to spend a day with in the studio?
One artist I would love to spend a day with in the studio. Does it have to be? Can it be like someone I worked with before, or somebody I've never worked with before?
No, yeah, somebody you've never worked with before.
I'd like to spend a day with in the studio. Adele.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I think she's funny. Yeah. I think she's like very hilarious.
She's hilarious.
Yeah, so I think
I would love that.
Yeah.
What's the wildest DM you've ever received?
Nudes. Like unsolicited.
I know.
Yeah.
One of the enjoy musicians.
No, but I honestly, personally, no, don't ever do that.
But some nice, Abby.
It can't be nice because it's unsolicited. I don't care what it is. Like the fact that like the moment it's like, I can't lie to you. The moment it's like I didn't ask for it and like you just threw that in my face.
So you never see somebody who just say, I did not ask for this one, but it lay nice. So I've gotten like DMs of like nude pictures from people that like I've never even spoken to you. Like I don't talk to you. Hey, that's the point of nude now.
And I'm going through my message. I'm going through my message requests. Like based on like I'm trying to connect. And I open and your ass is in my face, bro.
Hey, it's flashy, it's nude now.
No.
So that because you must know the
so me, I'm the kind of person.
If I even know you're not saying my nudes, I'm even more scared.
I don't play with foreplay.
I rather say the stranger my nude.
I don't play with foreplay. You toast me. Let's toast ourselves.
Hey.
Don't just get straight to it like that. Nah.
Hey, from the nude, you could say, I want to do foreplay with this person.
No. Seduce me mentally. You get like give me something to feel.
You're very sappy, right?
Yes.
Me too, I'm sapiosexual.
I would like me to talk. Let me get to know you. Let me think about it. Like, what would it be like if I off? You know,
so I used to say like you look like this.
As in, no, I won't do that. But I'm just like, it's just like, it just throws me off.
I'm sure you never see the one where you like.
Trust me.
So where are these news from? Like any Nigerian girls or
not
foreign
all
girls?
Nigerian. Some have been Nigerian.
But you don't feel flattered by it?
Flattered by someone else's nakedness?
I beg, Grace. You don't say that sacrilegious. You can't believe I say that me be the bad one.
Yeah, I know because
encouraging you.
No, maybe. So if you even when you listen to my music, you can tell that like I'm a kind of I like stimulus. Like I like stimulation. No, I don't know.
I don't understand. I've been talking yesterday. Yeah,
I mean, I want to be like I want to get to know you, talk to you, lead into it, and then now start having those thoughts, those fantasies of like, oh, okay, what's going on here? That one, if you don't get to that, if not, it's just porn now.
You're making me look like I'm gonna shower on my shoes. Get out! Get out!
Maybe you are, man.
Hey, God, see me in trouble. So, okay. Maybe, guys, stop sending news to him. He's ungrateful. Very ungrateful. Hey, hold your news back.
Bro.
They will appreciate it. Let me write this one. I'm my producer. Your favorite wake and bake music to jam?
My favorite wake and bake music.
First of all, let's interrogate this question. Is even you, Zilla, thinking that he wakes and bakes?
Do you think I
you
wake
feel
and
a lot
bake?
about you?
What is waking and baking?
Exactly.
Me, I interpreted it in a different way tonight.
I'm warning you. Don't come and the compass of morality on this show. I'm the one that owns that compass.
Hey.
Don't come and be more morally upright than me. What is wake and bake that you thought about?
I don't know. Cake.
Wake and bake cake.
Yes, now cake, bread. You wake up and you
Bele cakes and cream. Like
yes, now you wake up, you bake bread.
Okay, you bake bread when you wake up.
You don't.
What music do you use to bake the bread?
Bob Marley. Yeah.
This is why they want to fuck. Not Bob Marley, the ultimate baker.
The ultimate baker.
Hey.
Yeah. Put your ingredients together.
I mean, I'm sure you get like baking tips from Bob Marley.
Yes, no.
Oh,
so basically you have to get your ingredients,
right?
Put it together,
right?
You know, wrap it up.
Yeah.
You know,
you wrap your own baking.
No, you have to when you're baking, so that the dough will rise. You wrap it. You get and you
which kind
oven
of
it
dough?
up. You light it up for the
Which
oven.
kind of yeast and dough do you use in?
Puff one.
Yeah.
That one I used to grow.
Okay.
You get.
Okay. So when you now wake and bake, like, does it rise? Does it take you high? Like the waking and bake? Like, explain.
So when you consume this new bakery that you have baked, when you consume the whatever, you get the byproduct of the baking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what happens?
It floats.
You flow.
Yeah. Just move.
I need to come and see
everything
baking.
balance.
This your own baking is different because
everything's
I know about that shit, but that's why they prepare their own. Please, can you give me steps? Because me, I want to start baking too.
I can put you on.
Okay, so can you give me step by step ways that you bake?
Some cake. Want some cake in the car? Just in case you want to eat some cake, like. Let's say you don't like cake.
I hate cake.
You hate cake?
I hate cake.
I love
any cake from you. I hate it.
I love cake.
I reject cake from you. This is a Bible believing show.
I love cake. It's going.
Guys, we're talking about actual cake.
Yeah, like what you think I'm talking about?
You guys, you don't want cake?
Wake up, bake cake, eat.
This one likes cake. It's a baker. Oh, you will know. This one ex-baker. Still a baker.
You don't like cake?
I think I'm the only non-baker here.
I'm a baker.
I'm a good girl behind you. Soon join, but you're around all these people. You join.
Wait, so you're a baker?
You, they bake.
You're a baker?
This one, they bake.
You eat cake, Abby? You don't take cake?
What is this? What am I working with? Jesus.
Baker.
I'm the only one
that
have refused to join this Bakers Association.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why? It's not your style.
I just think that
you prefer jollof and all this.
No, I just
you don't like sweet. You like savory.
I feel like I already have the most high. I don't need any other thing. The most high lives in me.
But I mean, yeah, it depends.
Most ridiculous rumor you've heard about yourself?
That smile killed me, bro.
I'm waiting for it.
Why?
No.
I've heard a lot of things, man. I've heard rumors about me, like people mean different things.
Well, what's the most ridiculous one?
Huh?
Pick anything that you feel like.
Let me see. Honestly, I can't think of anything right now. Like, there's nothing that's coming like off the top of my head. Like, oh shit! Like, oh wow, you guys thought this was happening? Damn,
all right.
That's not necessarily happening.
Okay.
You know,
if love were a song, what track best describes you right now?
Maybe Somebody Like You.
Never mind, I'll find someone like you.
No, actually.
Oh, fuck off. So that's Someone Like You do. That's Someone Like You. Someone Like You is which song?
Me.
Who?
By me.
Sing up. Sing up.
Somebody like you. Somebody just like you. I need somebody just like you.
Is that what you are now?
Yeah.
What do you need?
I need my bestie.
You heard that? Did you hear that?
I only need my friends.
He said he needs his bestie.
I only need my friends.
And he said Flawed is his bestie.
Huh?
Okay.
What?
Let's move on.
I need my friends.
If you put two and two together, you said you need your bestie. And earlier you said Flawed was your bestie.
Yes, no, is that a bad thing?
So, you need someone like her. What does this mean? Are you playing with us?
Playing? Is this playing?
No. You are taking...
Am I playing?
No, you're taking my intelligence you are taking me for a ride. You want to fool me?
No.
You came here.
That's not true.
And said that she was just your bestie.
She is.
Then now I asked you if love was a song, you say Someone Like You.
Yeah.
I said, what do you do? You say your bestie.
And I say right now, and I'm asking you, I need my friend. Timison.
You took your wise. Please, what do you do for fun?
Oh, that's so interesting. It depends.
They say, what do you do for fun? You supposed to say they bake.
Baking,
I
part
don't
of
know.
it.
You get this culinary excellence.
You should find out.
Yeah, well, I'm seeing it now. You're showing me.
But yeah, video games, maybe like FIFA at most. I'm a nerd. A lot of people might not know that about me. Like like
please, I used to be nerd.
If you really go through my like YouTube, you would be in a horror. I'm sure you probably think you see a lot of music and all of
What
that.
do you watch?
Yesterday I watched a video about do you know this guy called Sean Ryan, for example?
No.
He had like this interview.
Sounds like a porn star name.
He had an interview with an ex-Marine who was black, but he was also the face of the Marines in 1967, I believe it was. From there, I can probably start watching a video about like how nuclear weapons basically go off and like the science behind like a nuclear warhead. And then from there, I can probably go on to watching a video about like stars and space and like speed of light.
Come outside.
No, but that's it. It's not.
It's follow come.
If you notice, I don't. That's not a part of me that like anybody knows.
Yeah, but I mean, I would imagine that you also have like a weird side, Sha.
I would say
I'm saying like when you're not jumping around with all of us on the streets. So from what you're doing at home, like, I ain't be this right.
But that's the thing. If I am at home, yeah. Well, that's most likely what I want to be
like
doing.
A typical day at home, is it like you waking up and baking and, eating after baking and just like doing music or watching TV? I mean, don't say you're not recording music.
The only time I watch TV is when I watch football.
Right.
Like, that's the only thing that makes me watch TV. Outside that, it's like my routine is dead set. You wake up, you bake, downstairs to the studio, work till I get hungry, eat, get back to work.
If you were making music, what would you be doing?
I'll probably be a pilot.
Be a what?
Pilot. Yeah.
Interesting.
That was the first ever career path I like wanted.
You like to fly planes?
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What's the most romantic thing that you've ever done for someone?
I've ever done for someone. It depends, though. It depends on you. Wait, I'll tell you why. I've done simple things and I've done extravagant things. I've done simple things that were very romantic, and I've done like extravagant things.
Give us two examples, one of each.
So like I'm a gift giver.
Hey,
I enjoy giving gifts.
Do you give gifts to your actual friends or just people where you do romantic?
Everybody, like my friends, my family.
Okay, yeah. Clock that.
Clock it.
Clock it.
But then I remember one time I don't know, for some weird reason, someone asked me for like something, and I don't want to say like
the amount.
Like I said, I don't want to say the amount, but it was quite extravagant, like 5 figures extravagant.
In dollars?
Yeah.
Right.
So that was like, that was probably like the most romantic, because it was just a lot of stuff. And then I remember her just seeing it and just feeling like, oh my God. You might have like a perception of like, different city, different girl, different there, different there. And that's not necessarily my reality.
Yeah. I respect that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was only poking, but I've realized that you stood your grounds since the beginning of this interview, that you're a good person. So you're a good person.
I'm not too.
Lojay is a good person. That's the end of my show. Lojay is a good person, a great guy. Thank you so much for coming on, my great friend. My baker. Who's your baker? I bind you. Get out. That's it. It's a wrap.